Welcome to Talk About Topeka here at the Topeka Performing Arts Center. You have a chance to see this show twice monthly. Check it out on gablocal.tv's website. This segment is brought to you by gablocal.tv. It's our Making Main Street segment. I'm Chris Schultz, and we're celebrating entrepreneurs tonight with my good friend, Mr. Clark Trammell. How you doing, Clark?
Chris, well, thank you.
Glad to have you here with us tonight.
Good to be here.
You know, I'll tell you, a lot has changed. If you go back 1 year, you know, a lot has changed in the course of a year. We were opponents at one time.
I got older, you got younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's what I call friendship. And,
Yes,
and
sir.
we've been able to do some great things together here. And everybody's really stood together. I think, you know, as we have, you know, recovered from the whole running for an election and then standing together with everyone, everybody became really good friends, right?
Came in networking, yes.
Absolutely, and good things have come from that. So
I agree.
I want to just talk to you a little bit about your background here. You've been quite a good business entrepreneur here. You've got quite a list of accomplishments.
Well, I've had some success, yeah. Yes.
Let's talk about you know, some of your proudest moments.
Having moved back to Topeka, there's several. First of all, the meeting of the people in this community and the networking of the quality of what I have found personally and professionally has been very life motivating. The potential of what I find and see in Topeka is just mind-boggling. And I hope the community starts to grow, which I think it is, and wake up to the vision of what's going on and the opportunity that's in front of us to just make some good decisions, take us into big places. Mm-hmm. I've had the opportunity not only to meet a lot of people, but to consult, mentor, and guide a lot of folks I would never have met in the mayoral race. Right. I had the opportunity to meet 6 people that came to me and asked me to help them find a job, so I coached them, or asked me to help them design their business and to talk them through the steps. I would not have had that opportunity to be engaged. So that's very rewarding to me. Absolutely. And to my family. But yes, I've started 3 businesses. I helped the KBA organize and get started, Kansas Ballet, put their 501c3 together with 2 wonderful entrepreneurs. I was able to go in and turn around the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program, what it was called at that time, under Go Topeka, and put it back on its feet and met hundreds of entrepreneurial, striving people looking for a place in this society and how to make a dollar during tough times and times that got better. Mm-hmm. And sometimes telling an entrepreneur not to do something is hard, but it's also the right thing to do, just like it is to say you should do it. Mm-hmm. The idea is, can you succeed and have the potential to succeed? So yes, I'm very pleased with those opportunities to do those things, to meet you and the other folks I've come into contact with, and it just continues to grow. I get calls every week of people that ask me if I will help them, and I do it pro bono. Mm-hmm. Because I believe in this community and I believe in the spirit, and I see where we can go. It's just frustrating to get a lot of other people to see the same thing, but you see it. Yeah. You're Topeka's cheerleader. I put that moniker on you, and I believe it wholeheartedly. You've earned it. Your family has earned it. You're entrepreneurs. You're a great example. This city is full of great examples. So what we need to do is have the right discussion to make the right decision to do what needs to be done, and we will get there. And I think the talent and the desire is there. It takes people like you and many of the other leaders in this community to extract that out of the community, to give them the vision so we all are on the same page, pulling the same way to take us where we can and should be going.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. You know, really, running the campaign last year, and all the people that come to you, you know, the people that have issues, people that need help, and being able to then connect those dots later and stand together with everyone, because we all have this vision for a unified Topeka, a stronger Topeka. We want it to get stronger, we want it to grow every single day. And that comes from making the right connections, right? And that's a big thing with being an entrepreneur, is being able to identify the strengths of this person, the strengths of that person, and putting them together, right?
Yes. I want to make this clear, and I want the community to understand this when they see this piece. The resources are here in Topeka. Part of the problem has been people not either knowing that or understanding what those resources are and how do I get to them.
Right.
The resources are here for every entrepreneur to get the support they need and the guidance they need to make a decision, go left or right. Small Business Development Center, go to Topeka and their entrepreneurial program. Business people that are out there with the Shark Tank group, just going to the Forge meetings, the ING networking meetings, meeting people. If you don't know the question to ask, they will help you formulate the question that will get you to the resource, because the resources are free, they're abundant, and they're conducted and led by very capable people that I would put up against anybody in the country. I'm available. If people want to call me, they can find me on the internet. I'm at your service. I want to see entrepreneurs succeed. And what's interesting is Topeka, the majority of Topeka is comprised of entrepreneurs and small business. Small businesses are considered companies that have up to maybe several hundred or thousand employees. Gross profits of 3 to 6 million. We don't have that many companies like that here. So everything we have is led by, yourself included, and your family, as I said, by entrepreneurs. And they're making it happen. That's what makes this city click. That's the backbone of Topeka, is entrepreneurialism. Main Street, Topeka, here we come. Entrepreneurs are leading that parade, and we need to know that, do what we can to give them the resources, get them to the resources, fund the resources, because that's what's going to take us forward, is entrepreneurialism.
Can't disagree with that. Absolutely. So I want to have you paint a picture from your perspective and what you'd like to see. If we were going to say in 5 years from now, what are some accomplishments or things that you'd like to see that if we could stand together as a community and make these things happen, what do you think are some of those most important pieces that we should make happen?
Well, the basics are job creation. The basics are security and safety. Infrastructure is its own model, and I won't go there. We'll start with those two. But there are a lot of things on the planning board that need to be understood. One is the boomer generation, the older generation, is now moving off the playing field. The millennials, the Gen Xers, et cetera, are now coming up, the 40s and unders, the 45s. It is incumbent upon my age group to bridge to the millennial age group to bring them up and forward. They can't bridge down, but we can bridge up. That has to happen. We've got wonderful resources coming to place. The plaza. I know there's been a lot of negative talk. I wish people would just step back and watch and understand what's underneath that and the dynamics of what that does. That's going to change the complexity. You're a downtown professional vendor. The Jayhawk Theater needs to be looked at. Visit Topeka, Heartland Park. And the reason why I'm mentioning these is not to make a political statement. It's not what I'm saying. You asked me a question. I want to answer it.
Yeah.
We need to redefine what economic development is. The gentleman with the jazz group, that's economic development. The quality of place and the quality of life are two different things, but they interact with each other. Sometimes they flow, sometimes they're two different segments. Yep. Those things create the quality of life and the quality of place. We have incredible health care. We're not calling upon our seniors, the gray hats, I'm going to put a name out there, terminology for seniors, to bring them into the society of this community. What a wonderful retirement community we could be, and that we are. That's entrepreneurialism. That's economic development. Economic development is the engine that needs the fuel, which is the support we all give it, to make that engine run. Redefine economic development. It doesn't have to be the creation of a job. It could be the creation of cash flow and income. You work on that. You work on both sides of that street. Jayhawk Theater, what are they? They're economic development because they bring resources and people to Topeka who then spend money that then the taxes generate revenue, so on and so forth. We have to be smart and methodical and think that way. You're working on it, I'm working on it, many others are, to bring that mindset into one center focus and watch those things happen. The plaza, downtown development, the riverfront. Let's quit talking about it. Let's go do something. Let's put up a zip line, if nothing else, and zip back and forth for a while.
You want to be the first one on?
I would love to be the first one.
All right.
Side by side with you, my friend. Look at what happened to Noto. Look what's going to happen in North Topeka. 10 years ago, I told my wife, if we had the money, I'd buy every building down here because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen here. Sure enough, it happened. It's not my magic wand. It just was the inertia of the energy that's taking place. There's so much good here. Let's all hold hands, take our respective parts in this community. Those in the older generation work to move the younger generation effectively in place. The younger generation respect the older generation for what they know, take the knowledge and use it on your platform to get into that place. And these things that are happening, that are going to happen, like it or not, let's get on the wagon together and make it really positive.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself, my friend.
Thank you, Chris.
That's Clark Trammell, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks for joining us. Of course, we'd like to thank our sponsor for this segment, gablocal.tv, celebrating the people, places, events, and ideas that make our communities great places to call home. That's gablocal.tv. That's Clark Trammell, and thank you for all you do. It's a pleasure to stand with you as that group of people, that village that's trying to make Topeka move forward. And that's what we're all trying to do. So it's a pleasure. Thank you so much.